Sure, at some point in time you have seen these pictures that are also optical illusions. That when you look at it, depending on how you look at it, either you're going to see a Victorian young woman or an old, rough-looking woman. You're either going to see a tree or a pair of rabbits staring at each other. You're either going to see a duck or you're going to see a rabbit. You're either going to see a vase or you're going to see two faces staring at each other. And some of you may remember back in the 90s, walking through malls. Remember malls and walking through them? Such wonderful old times, weren't they? And they had the magic eye posters. Remember those, all these kind of squiggly things, and you looked at them until you got a headache and you thought you might have a seizure, and you're getting mad because everybody else is seeing it and you're not seeing it? I hated those things. And then there's those very popular pictures, optical illusions. One's called the impossible trident. And when you look at it from the bottom, it's clear it has 3 prongs. But you look at the top and it clearly only splits into 2. And then we think of the famous artist, M.C. Escher, who has made quite a career out of drawing pictures that are optical illusions and can give you a headache if you look at them for too long. And so these pictures, these optical illusions, we find that when we look at them, what we see comes down to our perspective. What we see is determined by how we choose to look at it. What we see is determined by how our brain chooses to interpret what it is you're seeing. It's all about perspective. And our passage this morning is all about perspective. This perspective, a right perspective, a proper perspective that we need to have in order